Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dog Trainer Shane here at Kindred Dog PDX. And why are markers important? Well, I've made a lot of videos about markers, and I don't know if I've done a good enough job explaining why they're important. So the first things that we teach the dogs are, the first one is always the yes marker. I need them to know this because that's what's going to build a release cue or success. So if I ask the dog to do something and I tell them yes, that means they are able to come out of that position, come get something from me. And so that's the first thing that I want to establish. So it's like, yes. She comes up, she's like, oh, I know what that means. Come get something from you. That can be food, that can be pets, that can be a toy, whatever it may be. That's what's going to start with this. And when I tell the dog good, so if I'm like, that's going to create our duration. So if I'm like, sit, good, I pay the dog in place. Yes, you come out. And I need the dog to understand those things when I start to teach behavior. So, I can be, yes, feed, yes, feed, yes, feed, good, 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 yes, 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 yes. Building up these words. So therefore, when I'm ready to add it into a behavior, the dog already has an understanding of what those things mean. Likewise, I can condition this nope marker, right? I might put a piece of food in my hand here, and the dog goes where I go, nope. And they're like, wait, what? Oh, hey, good. Yes. Do that enough times, the dog's going to understand nope. So therefore, later on, when you're like teaching something and they're going to develop this idea, wrong move, right? So if I'm like, hey, maybe the dog is in a sit and they start to stand up and I go, nope. And they're like, and they pause. They're like, oh, that was the wrong move. Sit. Good. Hey, yes, have them come out. And these three markers are going to just help pave the way for like everything that happens throughout training, really throughout their life as we go through this process of stuff. And it's not just also about the dog understanding these things. It's about, the owner, the human, the handler knowing these things, when to use them, when, how you're going to use it. We're using the right word. If I'm like, teaching something new, I'm calling the dog off. I have a long line on the dog and I'm calling them off of something. And I'm like, here, and they turn into me and I'm going to be like, yes. I don't want to use a good right away because their good's like when they have knowledge of that. And so I'm going to use a yes. And like, oh, okay. So when I turn away and I come to you and you call me, like I need to, that's great. I get a paycheck from that. Do that enough times, then I'm going to be like, here, good. I need you to be here, and I'm going to tell you good. And don't go running away because, like, if you're give you a yes, you can be free. Good. Now you're going to hang out and stay here with me. And then, yes. Or I might give you more direction. Let's go. Heal. We're going to be now doing some type of work is going to continue. Good is a duration marker. So knowing those things, also knowing your body, right? I don't want to be like, here, good, and continue to move like, or even like, just, I need to know how to do this dance with the dog, right? So having your markers and also just knowing what you're going to be doing and how to respond to them as well is going to just be super helpful. Right? It's not bad to say good while you're doing a recall too, right? Moving backwards. Because you might be like, here, good girl, good. Maybe your recall is like a heel command actually, and then you want them to come into a here, so you're moving. I don't know. But it's just important to understand how the markers work, how you're going to respond to them, how, if you tell your dog yes, so I'm like, Polga, here, good, yes. I want to make sure I'm bringing my dog in, right? If I'm like telling her yes and I'm staying stationary, she might get confused and think that's like good, right? But it's like, really, I told you yes. Now it's like, I paid you. You can stand here and look at me. You could go walk around over there and go do something else, right? However, if I'm like, Polga, here, good. I'm expecting her to like stay put over here until I tell her something else. I can pay her, but this is like, work is ongoing. Yes, work is done. Now she can be free to go do whatever she wants, right? But again, this is like she has an understanding of these things. I also have an understanding of these things, and so like I'm trying to be as very clear as possible so she does not get confused. So it's not just about the dog; it's also about you, the owner. So I hope that's a better explanation of these marker words and why it's important to teach them. So if you have questions, let me know in the comments. Okay, see you.